everyone, Majori here from the Punk Priestess, and thank you for joining me for another live tarot reading. So yeah, happy Leo season, everyone. Super excited to be out of Cancer and into Leo. Leo's my favorite sign. I love Leos. Leos are the best. So yeah, thank you so much. Hello. Yeah, so in honor of Leo season, we're going to do the Leo season spread today. So if you have the ebook, if you want to follow along, you can open up that spread. But yeah, so the decks I have with me today, I have Spoilia Tarot. This is actually now sold out, as well as Postcards from Liminal Space. So these decks are sold out, unfortunately, but they're my favorites to use. So Spoilia Tarot, for those who are new, have the astrological signs as well as the 4 elements, using Morgan's Tarot and Oracle of Oddities, and then these vintage planetary cards. So those are the decks we're going to be using. So how was everyone's week? Everyone doing good? It's been so hot here in New York. I'm like, oh my god. It's even going to be hotter this week in New York. I'm like, I don't know if I can take this. This has definitely been the hottest summer I think I've had since living in New York for the past 7 years. So it's literally been in the 90s every single day. It's crazy. But anyways, gonna light some sage. So you probably have seen, I'm kind of like flirting on Instagram stories right now, but I am going to be launching the Punk Priestess store in the next week or two. So there's going to be a bunch of like merch available. I'm going to do a limited edition run of Punk Priestess t-shirts. So that's going to be really cool. That's going to be coming in the next coming weeks. But yeah, I have some really cool merch. I'm pretty excited. It's supposed to come tomorrow, be delivered, some of the merch that I designed. So I'm very, very excited to start selling that and getting you guys into some Punk Priestess gear. So I'm really excited, and yeah, so I'm going to start cleansing the cards. But yeah, this week it's been a wild one. A lot of uncertainty, and I think kind of coming from like the emotional sign of Cancer, it is like, okay, you know, it's Leo season, it's fun times, it's summer, it's, you know, you kind of want to celebrate a little bit, which is great, but there's still so much uncertainty like looming around. And you're like, well, can I have fun? Am I allowed to have fun? Is it safe to have fun? That's kind of like the revolving mental state, I feel. It's like a little bit of, it's like, are we playing with fire? I mean, maybe we are, we're in Leo season. You could be playing with some fire, which, you know, is good. We kind of need that like high vibe of the fire signs to kind of rescue us from those murky, deep waters of the water signs, because, you know, that energy is deep. And then just having a Cancer new moon, again, 2 new moons in Cancer, like, wild. It's like, we get it. We get it. We have to dive into our feelings. Like, thank you, universe. It's not fun, but, you know, message has been delivered. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's kind of a very interesting summer, for sure. Today I hung out with one of my best friends who's actually temporarily moving out of the city because of COVID, so it's like bittersweet. But yeah, it's just like, you know, you kind of have to do what you can because you need to socialize. Like, socializing is so important for us, and without it, you know, you can feel like depressed, and especially in these uncertain times, you kind of have to really rely on your social group to kind of give you a little bit of a connection and solidarity in your feelings. You know, it's always great when you have someone you can relate to. and who's like going through the same experience as you. And what's kind of so great is that, you know, we all are collectively in this together and like, you know, feeling the feels. So for a long time, we were always so disconnected with each other. We always were like about ourselves. It's very individualistic. And now that the planets are starting to slowly shift into Aquarius, and we're in the age of Aquarius, we really are just banding together and like relying on each other. So, you know, it's another bittersweet type of thing. So, but it's kind of like, it's reassuring to know like you're not the only one going through something, you know, especially something as drastic as this. But it's like, you know, everyone's going through something right now, and a version of it. And then there's some people whose lives have not changed. They've had the privilege to not have their lives be affected by COVID. So that's a whole other, you know, thing. Like I know some people whose lives have not even changed completely, who don't live in New York, obviously, but it's like other parts of the country. And it's like, okay, well, that's interesting. Can't relate. But yeah, it's just kind of wild. But Leo season's going to be good. I've read a lot of clients in the past month, and yeah, like Leo season is like very fruitful. So I'm like really excited. It's like we need this. We really need this high vibing energy. Like the fire signs like really keep us alive. And I'm not just saying that because I'm an Aries, but I'm just saying in general, like we really need that positive energy, because the earth and the water signs have a more negative temperament, and then the fire and the air signs have the more positive. So we kind of really do need that upliftingness from that Cancer energy. So like I've definitely been collectively, everyone's gonna have, I think, a really good Leo season. But I'm a Leo Virgo cusp. Okay. Yeah, Leo Virgo's cusp is really strange, because I feel like Leo and Virgos, like, they really do attract each other. And for better or for worse. But a lot of Virgos, especially on that cusp, have that very fiery Leo personality. Like sometimes it's kind of deceiving, because you're like, wait, you're a Virgo? I thought you were you know, another like fire sign. But yeah, like really taking on that Leo powerful temperament is very very prominent in a lot of Virgo Leo cusp or Leo Virgo cusp. Okay, but I'm going to get into the spread. So again, for those just logging on, this is the Leo season spread, and you can purchase it from my ebook. I have 70 tarot spreads that I created, and I'm actually creating more. So kind of like something you know, under wraps, but there's going to be a lot more spreads coming out in the near future for a project I'm working on. So definitely if you want to start doing the spreads, there's many incredible spreads that I created over the years. You can purchase the ebook, and their link is in my bio. So Leo season, happy birthday to all the Leos. So card number 1, this position is, what talents and creative abilities are emerging inside of us? So we have the Hangman reversed here. So we have a major arcana card coming through. And it's really interesting because the Hangman has been kind of a stalker card in some of my client readings, and it's just kind of showing us like this energy of suspension. Like, you know, it's time for us to start acting a little bit. It's like we need to take ourselves down from the tree, like untie ourselves and have our feet back on the ground. It's like time to run. It's time to go after what you want. It's time to act on what you've been contemplating, what you've been marinating. Like if there's something that you want, you need to go for it. That's what Leo season is all about. It's that lion energy. It's that confidence. It rules the ego. It's like you're just going to go after it, and you know, not really worry. You'll worry about the consequences when we go to Virgo season. But you know, right now you just have to act. You have to perform. Leos are the actors of the zodiac. They're the performers. They want to be seen for what they're doing and acknowledged. So it's like, what have you been working on creatively? What have you been trying to express that you want people to witness, and that you want to put out there for other people to utilize and to take notice? And Hangman energy is just like the time is now. It's like we had our Cancer season where we were able to get into our feelings and cry and, you know, whatever it was. And now it's like, okay, you know, there's a time and a place for that, and then there's a time and place for this. And that being, you know, showcase your talents, go after what you want. Leo rules true love and romance as well. You know, maybe update your dating profile and go out there. I mean, depending on, you know, what phase, like the state is that you're in, if you feel safe doing like a social distance dating or whatever it is, you know, go out there, like have fun. There's no time like the present when it comes to Leo energy. So I love that. I'm going to pull another card using Oracle of Oddities. And we have the root chakra showing up here. So this is another reason why I love the Oracle of Oddities deck. This is edition 3. It has the chakras. So we have the root chakra. So another indication, it's like ground. Get grounded. Like have your feet on the ground now. It's time to immerse yourself in what you want to do. It's time to stand firmly in what you believe and what you want to manifest. You know, just because 2020 is canceled doesn't mean that you have to be canceled. Doesn't mean that, you know, your goals and ideas have to be canceled. Like, pick yourself back up and start doing the damn thing. Okay, so card number 2. How can we creatively express ourselves more? So we have the Queen of Swords reversed here, which I think this is a great message here, is that we really need to make sure that our plans, our goals and ideas, our thoughts are being utilized properly. It's just like we're not just wasting potential here. Like we actually are doing something purposeful. So creatively, it's like get your act together. Like mentally, like how do you want to be in charge of your vision? Do you want someone else to take the reins for you and instigate your project? Instigate your project and stuff? Or do you want to be the one who is dictating your ship? You know, who is the one in charge of your projects? And, you know, Queen energy, it's like she's someone who doesn't mess around. It's like she has something she wants to say. She has something she wants to change and, you know, bring to the people, and new information, new ideas, new goals, whatever. It's just going to do it. So with it being reversed here, it's just energy inside of us. It's like, you know, there's no time for contemplation. Like go out and like speak what you want into existence. Manifest what's inside of your head. Because it's time to move. It's time to also, with the root chakra, be secure in who you are. Be secure in what you want. Be secure where your physical body wants to go. If your physical body, you know, wants to go to the beach, you know, make sure there's like safe precautions of where your physical body wants to go. But you need to make sure you're doing something. You're not just being complacent. And that goes for physically, and that also goes for mentally. Do not be complacent. It's time to, like, you know, make some moves. Like, prepare yourself. Like, you know, what I want, I can actually achieve. And that takes courage and strength, and it takes confidence. And that's what the Queen of Swords wants us to utilize, and wants us to put this confidence towards our creative projects so that we can get them moving a little bit. And, you know, this year, you know, it has been kind of discouraging with a lot of things not working out. A lot of our plans have failed. And Leo season is here to remind us that, no, we can still do what we want to do. We can still create. We can still go after our goals. Like, just because something didn't work out doesn't mean something else, you know, will also have the same results. There's still possibility in Leo season. And pretty much with this energy here, it's just like once you start speaking success into existence, you're going to manifest it. And Leo seasons, Leos are lucky. Things come easy for them. They don't have to try very hard. So, you know, you won't have to try very hard to get what you want this month. So how can we better expand our creativity for the world to see? So we have Taurus reversed here. So Taurus is currently in Uranus, and or Uranus is currently in Taurus, and it is this energy of trying to find new ways to create currency, trying to find new ways of establishing our foundation, our jobs, trying to be inventive. And, you know, with this Uranus and Taurus combination for the next 6 years, there is this push that we really need to, you know, think differently of how we're going to climb up that corporate ladder. And with Taurus reverse, it's not the time to be slow and complacent. It's actually time, again, to move, because Taurus energy is very slow. It's kind of lazy, but they're perfectionists at the same time. So they're not just going to rush into something like an Aries would. A Taurus makes sure that things are all aligned, you know, what they're working towards has longevity. And it's a beautiful energy, but it can be lazy. And that's what we don't need this Leo season. We can expand our creativity, and, you know, people can witness it by not staying at home, by not being on the couch. Like with Leo season, it's like time to get our feet on the ground. It's time to go somewhere with our vision. It's time to put our feet in the soil. And it's not the time to be complacent and be lazy. It's the summer. You know, this is the time to do something, to go out. And yes, going out with caution, going out, you know, wearing a mask and stuff like that. But, you know, making sure that you're still being safe and also still chasing your dream. It can go hand by hand. But by sheltering yourself and kind of quarantining yourself, you know, there's a time and a place. Like this energy was like very heavy back in April, back during Taurus season, back in April and May. And now it's Leo season. It's like not really the time to just be silent about what you want to showcase to the world. It's like go after it. There's no rhyme or reason to hold back anymore. Go after what you want. Okay, so what rapid transformations will occur this Leo season in our mind, body, and soul? So I'm going to pull 2 more cards. Okay, so mind, body, and soul. Okay, we have the Empress showing up here. All right, so this is actually great. So this is my favorite card, is the Queen of Wands here. So love seeing her. I love when she appears. She's the celebrity of the deck. Everyone wants to be her, the hottest girl at the bar. So Queen of Wands energy representing our minds. Like again, it's go time. It's fire energy. It's time to showcase who we are, show the world, like look at us, you know, we have these gifts and talents. They may have been hidden for most of 2020, but don't forget, like, we're still here to slay. That is what the Queen of Wands energy is here. It's like we all have something to show. And, you know, no one can take this journey for you. You know, the visions you have in your mind, you know, your calling in life, that's unique to you. Like no one can like run that race. So it's like utilize those gifts because life is so short. And with the Queen of Wands, it's just like mentally, like it's go time. Like, you know what you want to showcase, you know what you want to do, and it's no time like the present. Like do it. Don't sit back and be lazy and be like, oh, I'll do it another time. I want to watch the show on Netflix. It's like, no, get off your butt, stop watching Netflix and start, you know, working towards something, working towards a goal. And everything's supporting that. Even the Queen of Swords is like, you know, get your act together. It's time to really push forward. So I love seeing the Queen of Wands in the position of mind. It's just like, you know, this is badass energy. So position of body. So we're having the Empress, which beautiful. Love her. You know, I'm here for her when she wants to show up. And it's just honoring your body. It's like, yes, you can still mentally, you can still physically work on these creative endeavors and, you know, be out there, but you need to be out there and protecting not only your body, but the body of others. And that is why it's so important to take precautions, because Empress energy, it's Venus energy, it's health, it's femininity, it's also prosperity, but it's also new creative ideas and projects. So what new creative inspirations have been making themselves known to you? And, you know, mentally, you know, it starts on a mental level, these ideas coming through. And the Empress is here to support that. She's like, I got you, you know. You are going to be prosperous by acting on your mental creative ideas. You are going to be prosperous by taking yourself out of suspension and walking your feet on the ground and moving in a new direction. We have two majors here. These are two major arcanas. But the Empress, you know, I love her when she comes up. It's like, it's time to really get the rewards. It's time to make something out of your dreams, out of your creative vision, and it's going to be prosperous. It's fertility of a new idea. And that's what Leo season's all about, creative self-expression. So the majors know, the majors have come through. They're like, we are here. Mind, body, spirit. So we have the Five of Cups in spirit here. And this is just showing that we have to spiritually move away from things that didn't work out. It's like we are going to have a little bit of hard feelings, you know, still coming to creep up of our old life, of our past life of in the summer going to concerts, of our past life of, you know, going out all the time, going to parties and doing all this stuff. Like, you know, that's not going to happen this summer. So that's, you know, what the Five of Cups spiritually is representing. It's like, you know, we gotta, you know, move away from those emotional commitments of that mentality that, you know, we're able to have a normal summer. Like the reality is we're not going to. But what we are gifted with are the two badasses of the deck showing through and being like, we got you, boo. We got you mentally and we got you physically. Like, you're going to be good. You're going to be prosperous by moving into a new direction, by creating a new future for yourself. You know, yes, it's going to be sad when you move away from something that you know, something that you thought fulfilled you, and, you know, really was going out and spending $200 a week on an alcohol and being hungover, really productive. I don't know. I mean, you can still do that, but again, it's like, why? But why though? That's still like going back to that laziness of the Taurus energy. But, you know, it's like 2020 has inspired us. Year of the Emperor, Year of Aries has inspired us to create a new sense of self. Who do we want to be? And how do we want to sit better on the throne this time? What are we forging? What are we burning down to create anew? Like, it's kind of fun to light fires. You know, the the fires, what is it? The fires you burn will light the way or something. I don't know what it was. It's like something like that. But it's just like, you know, there is a lot in stake and a lot more prosperity being available to us than we actually realize, because we've been so fixated on the rotten fruit. We've been so fixated on this lack of energy. And now we're being opened up to a whole new possibility of expanding our worlds. And that expansion starts with creativity. And it starts with knowing that we're badasses and we have the ability to change not only our own lives, but inspire others to change theirs. All right, so moving on. All right, so card number 5. What desires are making themselves known to us at this time? There we go, Page of Wands energy. You know, it's really time to starting, you know, we need to start those fires, guys. I mean, Page of Wands energy, it gets very immature sometimes. You know, it's like with any fire sign energy, it's like, you know, all about just instigating, just doing the damn thing, and then kind of thinking back later. But that's why there's always an earth sign after a fire sign to kind of clean up and pick up that mess, or to try to refine the fire, like kind of contain the fire that was started. And that's what the Page of Wands energy is. It's like, you know, we have a centaur here, we have some Sagittarius, sister sign of Leo, but it is this fire energy. It's like rapid, it's like we want to go, and it's being supported by all areas of our psyche, if we're in tune to it or not. And we've been for so long, we've been in this energy of like, you know, delayed, uncertainty. Should we do this? Is this safe? Like, we've been in this like back and forth game. And Leo's like, you know what, cut the bullshit. Like, Just stop making excuses for yourself. And you know, I was talking about this with a friend today. It's like COVID really, people made excuses for their behavior with COVID. You know, it's like, oh, it's okay for me to not do A, B, C, D because of COVID. And it's like, no, like, get your butt like going. Self-improvement is like a real thing, and start making big changes for your life that are not only beneficial for you but for other people. It's like there's no time for the excuses. Yes, be cautionary. Yes, be safe, obviously. But stop making excuses for why you can't do something, because you automatically know what you can do. It just takes effort. Because the more excuses, the more delayed prosperity you're going to have. You know, Taurus is money energy. Empress is money energy. Empress is here to support your creative desires. But if you're going to be lazy and complacent, you're not going to get that. You're not going to get that reward and that good fortune. That's why it's so important to start the fires. That's why it's so important to get yourself out of your own head. Get your body moving. Stop being lazy. If you want something, chase it. Go after it. You're not going to fail. Like, Leo season is all about success. Like, I'm always jealous of people who have strong, like, Leo birth charts, or Leo people in general, because things just come easy to them like that. They're the luckiest in the zodiac. So it's like, you know, use this time, even if you're not a Leo, if you don't have any Leo in your chart, use this time to reap that Leo energy, because it's being offered for you to have success, and it's going to move fast and quickly, and it's going to come easy to you. So, you know, why not the most luckiest season of the year? Take advantage of that. Stop making excuses. It's the summer, because like tarot wants us to grab the reward, and we're not going to fail. We just have to emotionally prepare ourselves that, you know, what we want, what we're moving towards is going to be different than what we've always accepted for ourselves. What we're moving towards is some really awesome energy. All right, so last card number 6. How will our gifts and talents be received by others? And we have the Page of Coins here. This is really good. This is new money coming through. New money coming through from unexpected adventures. And also, you know, maybe not really knowing how to really handle the influx of opportunities and money coming. It could be immature. It's like, you know, you started something and all of a sudden it became successful. You're like, holy shit. Like, I did not think that was actually going to take off, or I did not think I was going to meet this connection, or, you know, that's how stuff moves in Leo season. It's just like you have an idea, all of a sudden it's like happening. And you're like, wait, where was that in between period of stress and struggle? It's like with Leo, it's like, no, like, you know what, you want that? Okay, boom. It's going to happen. And magic is immediate with Leo season. But it took us a while to get here, you know? We've gone through a lot. We've really gone through a lot this year. So it's like a nice little break from the universe. It's like, we're going to reward you, but we're only going to be rewarding you if you actually start doing something. We're not going to reward you by sitting on your couch. We're not going to reward you by complaining and like making excuses of why you can't do something. You're only going to be rewarded and see results if you actually start making money moves, quoting Cardi B. But it's going to be received, and it's going to be received by money, and it's going to be received by new opportunities to make more money, and we love that. And the Empress is like, yeah, physically you're going to have more money in your account, you're going to have more opportunity coming to you to make more money, you're going to meet the right people who are going to help you make more money, so your self-worth is going to go up on a physical level, and we need that, you know, we need that. A lot of us might be going, you know, back to work after being laid off. A lot of us might be, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with the stimulus or whatever the government's trying to do, but there is news there's going to be a second one. But, you know, there's going to be some, like, influx of money, and it's going to be surprising. It's going to be unexpected. And, you know, but it's going to also be a little immature. It's like, okay, you know, can I sustain this growth? Can I sustain this clientele? Can I sustain my business, you know, once, you know, a second wave comes, or, you know, whatever, an uncertainty. But it's like, you don't have to worry about that right now. You just have to live in the now. Leave the more future-oriented planning stuff for Virgo season. Just have fun right now. Don't think about consequences. Don't think about, you know, things like, what if this can go wrong, or what if this doesn't work out? It's like, save all that worrying for Virgos, because Virgos, they can handle that. They do that. Leos, they just want to have fun and really start taking their creative ideas off. I'm going to pull a couple clarifiers for this spread. All right, and I'm going to pull I'm also going to pull an astrology card, as well as a card from postcards. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're pulling with Morgan's Tarot, we're pulling Drug Dragged here. We're pulling Reset with postcards from Liminal Space. And then we're pulling the Houses with the astrology deck. So, you know, this is actually very relevant of, you know, this drug dragged mentality that we were carrying along with us, like the dead weight we were carrying along with us for most of 2020. It has felt like, you know, we have been dragged by the universe. We've been, you know, drug dragged in a sense of like, we don't really know what, like, we're not coherent. We don't know what's reality. Like, we've lost sight of who we are. Hence the Five of Cups reversed spiritually. Our spirit's been dragged through the mud. It's like, and like in this image, it's like this person is walking away. It's like, you know, they wanted to do something, but they decided against it and their head's down. And that's the energy of like 2020. Like 2020 is a glitch. And it's like, you know, we wanted to do something. We wanted to do all these things. We had this vision for ourselves. And we had to walk away from that. We had to walk away emotionally and spiritually from the plan and the vision we had for our life. But in replace of that, we've realized we have new creative ideas of how to sustain a new future for ourselves, of how to create a new future for ourselves, how to continue having fun, how to continue to live. And that in itself is the ultimate prosperity, is to continue on a vision, but to continue on creating a new one. And with the houses, and that's how the reset is happening. Like, we're resetting our lives, and Leo season is here to help us have fun, resetting ourselves. And, you know, we have the houses here. So if you're not really familiar with astrology, and you can look up your birth chart. I also do birth chart readings. You can, if you want to make an appointment with me. But birth charts, the houses are the best part of the birth chart. Once you know your houses, this is like the good, the fun. But the houses is based off of the time that you were born. So it's vital you know the time of birth before you can do your birth chart in order to find the houses. But this is just kind of showing, like, you know, we're in the fifth house. The fifth house rules Leo. The fifth house rules children. It rules creative self-expression, true love and romance. It's time for us to reset. And it's like, if you know your personal birth chart, what planets, what sign do you have in the fifth house that can help be the medicine that you need to help you figure out this quest? And my fifth house is heavy. I have a stellium, I have 3 planets in my fifth house, and you know, it's very heavy energy. There's a lot of creativity in there, but you know, kind of see if like you're unsure of how to be creative, you're unsure how to move forward, go to your birth chart, look what is in your fifth house. That is your answer. That is the key for you to reset your life. And you know, this month is going to be way chiller with the, you know, we're still in eclipse season, still have another eclipse coming with the full moon in Aquarius. So we have that. You know, Mercury's no longer in retrograde. We have a couple planets in retrograde, but they're going to start going direct in September. So we'll start seeing a little bit of momentum. But it's kind of like, you know, this month is like not really too crazy cosmically, which is also great because it gives us some room to really push through and do something. I just want to pull one more with Oracle of Oddities. This is like one of my favorite decks. Like, I love it. It's just so cool. All right, one more card, and this is beautiful. We have love here. So we have an exchange, you know, and you know what goes around comes around. It's like if you love yourself, if you love yourself enough to do the work of, I'm going to put myself out there, I'm going to create, I'm going to showcase my talents and abilities, you know, other people, you're going to get that love back. You know, if you love yourself, you'll get an equal reaction to that. And so it's why it's so important to maintain love in your life. Especially, you know, when the Five of Cups is reversed spiritually, especially sometimes when we feel spiritually down. It's always nice to be able to have, you know, people that understand you, people that can give you support, people that can love you and can, you know, you help them. Like, you help them through what they're going through and they help you. It's like an exchange. That's why, you know, the hands are here. It's like, you know, giving love back that you receive. It's so important. And Leo's all about love. It's the funness of love. Let's see what time we're at. All right, but yeah, pretty much I think this is the spread. This is like really positive. You know, it's moving, it's quick, it's everything that we like really want to see in Leo season. Like, Leo season is not going to let us down, which is why it's so important to just really, you know, create and do what you want to do what you said you were going to do. If you've been speaking you know, about your friends or your family, like, oh, I'm going to do this, and you haven't done it, like, just do it. Like, I don't understand why it's taking so long. Like, especially if Leo's like, it's going to push you because you're going to see other people doing things and you're going to want to jump on board and do those things too. Because our ego is very important. Like, don't villainize your ego, because your ego is there to make you someone in this world. You don't want to blend in or be a copy. You want to be an individual who's being recognized for their gifts, talents, and abilities. And Leo season is here to kind of push that. But it starts with the ego. It starts with us deciding, you know what, I want to be seen. You know what, I want success. I want fortune. I want fame. I want to be known for something. I want to do something impactful that not only helps me, but the world around me. And that's going to be coupled with the Aquarius full moon coming up in a couple weeks. It's like we're going to be feeling that collective push to create, not only for ourselves, but to benefit the collective, so that exchange of love can be transferred back and forth. And that is the real currency. That is the real currency of this reset that's happening collectively. So yeah, that's the reading. Yeah, I am done doing readings for this month, but if you do want a personal reading with me, I will start booking in August, so DM or email me. I'm also going to send a link to my Venmo if you want to Venmo me for you know, this collective reading, to just do a little support. If you want to support me, you can Venmo me. But yeah, I am open for readings in August. And I'm not going, the past 2 months, I've been pretty much booked solid. So in August, I might take a little bit of not as many readings. So if you want a reading, like, book one as soon as possible. But I have so many awesome things happening in August. Like, I'm excited. I'm taking advantage of this Leo season, as should you. But yeah, I hope this reading offer, you know, some guidance and some inspiration. And thank you so much. And I'll see you next week. Bye.